Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears From Plays YouTube channel. Today is Sunday, December 15th, and I'm back bringing down some more NFL action for Sunday afternoon. Last video on the NFL side was Monday. We had Dallas going up against the Bengals, had the 4 days off. If you only watched the NFL side, you didn't know that. But yeah, I've been gone for 4 straight days. Been nice. Glad I'm back. I'm just ready to pick some winners. I can't think of a better way to send me off for a 4-day break than the Dallas Cowboys just absolutely crushing my entire soul, my entire spirit, my entire will to live, if you may. Only team I know in the NFL that could block a punt and not get the ball back is just a team that is full of mistakes, a team that has no coaching, a team that has no heart. Micah Parsons crying going off the field. I'm not going to say anything. Don't say anything bad. Don't say anything bad. Okay. We have some games today. And we have a loaded slate of games in the afternoon. We're going to talk about all of those games, all the big games. I think we have 4 in total. Let's take a look at the plays. We're going to start with the Dolphins and the Texans. I think this is one of the better games in the early slate. I got to talk a lot about these games. I mean, we're in week 15 or 14, somewhere around there. So you guys know everything. I am still just hopelessly falling for the Miami Dolphins every single week. I've taken them 3 consecutive weeks to start with the Green Bay Packers. They have done well for me on the season. I'm thinking of the Raiders game, had that miracle cover. I feel like I'm at least 500 taking the Dolphins. I'm going to take them again in this game +3. I look at the team. I see all the players. I watch them week in and week out. Tua, I know a lot of people don't like him, but check the stats. He is, right now, the highest pass percentage completion in the NFL in NFL history. He just passed Drew Brees for the season total. I think it's 74.7. So if he just completes over 75% of his passes throughout the rest of the season, he is going to hold that record probably forever. That's going to be a really tough record to beat, but Tua is playing very well, and Tua has taken accountability this season for taking those big hits. I think he's been a leader this year. The Dolphins just haven't been able to win some close games. They haven't been able to be competitive against some of the top teams. I think the Texans are not a very good team. I've said this a couple times this season. C.J. Stroud is regressing a little bit. The defense hasn't been great. Joe Mixon's been incredible. They've had injuries. Joe Mixon's been carrying this team for 5-6 weeks in a row. I just haven't been impressed with C.J. Stroud. I think Tua, with all those weapons, will put up a lot of points against that defense. I'm going to take the Dolphins here +3. I would take the money line. I really would. I think they're going to win this game pretty easily. I'm not high on the Texans. We'll see. This is a game against, like a medium team in the Miami Dolphins. Not a playoff team probably, but a decent team, a team that's going to give them a run for their money. So we'll see how the Texans respond in this game. And I'm going to take the Dolphins +3. I don't think the Texans are that good. Probably the best game. Actually, to take it back immediately. Second best game of the week here. We have Pittsburgh going up against the Eagles. I am a diehard Dallas Cowboys fan. I didn't choose it. I was born into it. My father, you can blame him. You can blame his father after him if you would like, but somewhere in the bloodline, it's got to stop. And hopefully it was my kids. They can just pick their own team. I'm not going to force feed them the Dallas Cowboys, but I hate the Eagles with a passion. I do think they're going to win this game because I've said on this channel multiple times, I think the Eagles are the second best team in the NFL. They took that spot over Buffalo. They took that spot over the Chiefs. I think they are the second best team in the NFL. The defense has been insane this year. The secondary has been insane this year. They're the number 1 defense in the NFL, 284 yards per game. You can't make that up. You cannot make that stat up. So I think the Eagles are a very good team. They're dealing with some beef on the offensive side. Jalen Hurts, people are calling for his head. I would take Jalen Hurts in a heartbeat. I'll tell you that right now. I don't know why people are hating on Jalen Hurts. I get that he's not passing the ball very well, but Eagles are a good team. I'm going to take the Steelers +5.5, though. I do think the Eagles will win. It's Mike Tomlin as a dog. You're not going to win money betting against Mike Tomlin as a dog. You just don't do it. So I'm going to take the Steelers +5.5. No George Pickens. Wasn't a problem last week. I don't think it's going to be a problem this week. Going to be a defensive game. Feels like a field goal game. So I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers +5.5. Next game, we have the Bills and the Lions. This is the best game on the slate. In a dome, Jared Goff is amazing. In a dome, we should see fireworks every single drive. Both these teams, we have the 2 highest scoring offenses going head-to-head. 30.5 points per game, 32.1 points per game for the Lions. Dan Campbell has been the meme of the guy in the wheelbarrow with the big balls. He's the meme from South Park. He goes for 4th down every single time when he doesn't have to do it. I think the Lions will sustain drives against this Buffalo Bills defense, who has been shredded, and I mean shredded, over the last 2 weeks. They did get some players back last week. Didn't matter against the Rams. Rams put it to them. I think the Lions are the best team in the NFL. I think the Buffalo Bills have the MVP on their team in Josh Allen. He's going to ball out. I think both these teams score 30-plus points. Give me the over 54.5. Feels like the easiest play of the day, over 54.5 points in that game. Let's look at some player props. Game I just talked about, Josh Allen, anytime touchdown plus 120. Engage, since the engagement, he's had a rushing touchdown in one game, a receiving touchdown, same game, rushing touchdown, receiving touchdown, passing touchdown in one game. Next game, he had 6 touchdowns in total. I believe 3 rushing and 3 passing going up against the Rams. So Josh Allen is doing his thing. He is now minus 450 for MVP. He is going to win MVP. This is one of the best players in the NFL. He is the best player at his position in the NFL, and Josh Allen is going to dominate the Detroit Lions in this game. Will it be enough to beat the Detroit Lions? I do not think so. I think the Lions will put up whatever they want against that Buffalo Bills defense, but I am going to take Josh Allen anytime touchdown in this game. He is going to use his legs. This is a very important game for the Buffalo Bills. They've got to try to keep pace with the Chiefs for that 1 seed. Chiefs at the Browns this week, kind of a trap spot, but it's the Chiefs. They've got the horseshoe up the ass. They're probably going to win the game in some miraculous fashion at the end of the game. I do think Josh Allen, though, in the Buffalo Bills will be competitive, and Josh Allen using his legs is whenever he is the best. So I'm going to take Josh Allen anytime touchdown as the first play. This is going to be an anytime touchdown kind of day. Give me A.J. Brown, anytime touchdown against the Pittsburgh Steelers. A.J. Brown this, A.J. Brown that, Jalen Hurts this, Jalen Hurts that. Stop. You know what the best way to squash a beef is? If your top wide receiver and your star quarterback are beefing, best way to do it is to throw him the ball and to get him a touchdown. If he scores a touchdown in this game, the beef's gone. There's going to be no more talk about Jalen Hurts. There's going to be no more talk about A.J. Brown. It's just going to be the Eagles are a good football team. I do think Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown will kiss and make up, and they're going to do that with a touchdown going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers have been incredible stopping the run this season. They've had a couple weak spots in the secondary. That's where most of the yardage comes from this season. A.J. Brown is a beast. A.J. Brown is massive. He has speed on the outside. You would be uneducated to not throw the ball to A.J. Brown. So I think A.J. Brown will get the targets. I know he's a little bit of a diva, but whenever you're one of the best receivers in the NFL, you got to be a little bit of a diva. I like A.J. Brown to get in the end zone plus 125 as the play, and I did say anytime touchdown is going to be the plays of the day. We're going to take Devin Achin to go over a touchdown minus 120 as the play. I talked about the Dolphins already. They're fun to watch. I mean, they've got Achin, they've got Hill, they've got Waddle. Now they have Jonnu Smith at the tight end spot. I mean, this team is full of talented players. Achin is by far the most used player in this offense, whether it's in the rushing game or the passing game. He's very good on screens. He's very good at the halfback angle, which I love to run in Madden. I think the Texans defense is pretty bad this season. I know the stats have them towards the middle of the pack this year in the NFL, but I think Devin Achin will have 1 touchdown, possibly 2 touchdowns going up against the Houston Texans. They love to throw him the ball in the passing game, love the gadget plays with him. I'm going to take him anytime touchdown, minus 120 as the final play. Let's go to the recap graphic. We're taking the Dolphins plus 3. I get it if you don't want to take the Dolphins. People judge teams on if they win or if they lose. That's why the Chiefs say, or people say the Chiefs are the best team in the NFL. Chiefs have 1 loss. If you're watching the game, sometimes you just get unlucky. The Miami Dolphins got unlucky with the Tua injury. They had to deal with, what's the kid that came in from Kansas State? Skylar Thompson, quarterback. That's just not a quarterback. I'm sorry, he's not an NFL quarterback. So I think the Dolphins have just gotten unlucky this year. I'm going to take them plus 3, Pitt plus 5.5. Very competitive game. That's going to be a field goal game, over 54.5 between the Lions and the Buffalo Bills. Other game that we're going to talk about, Seattle Seahawks going up against the Packers. This game will be at home. This game is going to be rainy. This game will be a little bit damp and cold. Packers in Lambeau, typically that's what they want. But the Seattle Seahawks, last 2 weeks, I don't know what happened after the bye week, but they're playing defense. Feels like the Seattle Seahawks go 14. It goes 12 to 13 weeks, no defense. And then all of a sudden they're like, well, we can play defense. And they just hold teams. They score points. Geno Smith playing well. Let's say he's playing good. I won't say he's playing well. I just think the Seattle Seahawks need this game so badly. I think they're going to win this game outright. I'm going to take them with the points. This is a letdown spot for the Packers. I think Seattle at home, 12th man, is going to be buzzing in there. And, I kind of like the weather that we're seeing in this Seattle game. So I'm going to take them plus 2.5. I don't think you need the points. You can take them on the money line if you want to. Other plays, it's going to be Josh Allen anytime touchdown, A.J. Brown anytime touchdown, and then Devin Achin anytime touchdown. Most of those are plus money as the player props. Guys, that's going to do it for the NFL plays and props for Sunday, December 14th slate. It is Sunday, December 15th. 15 slated games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure drop a like on this video, subscribe, share below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.